Plaza? Did you hear about him? No. Why would you bring him up? Oh, he was the one you had problems with when you burned your shoulder on the oven. Yes, Mom, I had not forgotten that. He committed suicide in his jail cell. They found him this morning. Isn't that crazy? He started to answer, but couldn't process what it meant. It's like everything goes nuts all at once. Mom, I think this is all going to be over in the next day or so. If something goes wrong, not that it will, but if it does, Bud will take you to an airport, whatever one you want, and put you on a flight. Here's what's wrong. He's using that accounting system, supposedly untraceable and has, well, infinite money in it. Where am I supposed to go? Wherever you want. Where will you be? Mom, you know what I'm saying, Mom. Not spending the rest of my life running, see? I've got friends. I've got Marnie and her kids here. You don't. They'll find you. Guys aren't the type to forget. What guys? Promise me. Promise me. No. He was crying. Her mother let out a breath, presumably to a cloud of sleep, and said, "Things always work out in the end for us." Go, Mom. All right, honey. Love you. I love you too. And don't forget to... No, Mom. If this is the last time I want that to be the last thing we say to each other. Want to leave it at that.